Hey everyone, I'm Evan from Probiotics.org, and today we're reviewing 1MD's Complete Probiotics Platinum. And this probiotic came from a collaboration between Dr. David Kahana and the company 1MD. And I think they did a damn good job creating this high-potency, high-end probiotic. And I'll tell you the exact reasons why I think this is a pretty good probiotic right after this intro. All right, so in this video, we're going to have a few different parts. So the first part, we're going to talk about Dr. David Kahana and 1MD and what their motivations were and how they got together to create this product. Then we're also going to talk about the ingredients in it. And part of that discussion of ingredients, we're also going to talk about allergens. And then after that, I'll give you my rating of the probiotic. Let's talk about who Dr. David Kahana is and how he got involved with 1MD. So the long and short of it is Dr. David Kahana, he's a gastroenterologist, which is a fancy way to say he's a doctor that specializes in gut health and digestive health and related things like that. You know, he's obviously not been living under a rock, so he's heard all the hype about probiotics. So he did some research. He looked at the latest probiotics findings and how these things should be designed and taken. Dr. David Kahana came up with 7 rules on how to design a probiotic and the sort of requirements he wanted his probiotic to meet so that he'd feel comfortable recommending it to all of his patients. The first rule is that the probiotic should be involved in clinical trials and actually have gone through some sort of significant research study. And then it has been shown to support either digestive health or immune health. And the next thing is that he wanted to make sure that these probiotics would not get killed by stomach acid or bile, and he wanted to make sure they would arrive alive mostly towards your large intestines, which is where the vast, vast, vast majority of all probiotics in your body live. And you want them there, otherwise they don't do too much good. The next thing is you want to make sure there was a prebiotic, and this can help make up for people's poor diets or diets lacking in a very specific fiber that helps support and the growth of all your probiotics that you take. So you take the probiotics, you give them a little fertilizer, you get them to the right place in your gut. And so that's the first couple of principles. Next, you want to make sure that there's an absolute minimum, if not no, allergens, because he wants to be able to give it to all of his patients. And some of his patients, well, they're going to have dairy or gluten or various types of intolerances or allergies. So he wanted to make sure that he was able to give it to all of his patients. And so he got rid of the allergens as much as possible. The next thing he wanted to make it is vegan friendly. And lastly, he wanted to make it GMO free. He went out and he found a lot of products that, hit a lot of the rules, but they didn't satisfy every single rule. So the result of that is 1MD Complete Probiotics. It comes in this box, and it has 51 billion CFU. So that's basically 51 billion bacterial cells that'll help form colonies in your digestive tract, mostly in your large intestine. They also are 11 different strains, and each of these strains have some sort of study associated with them, and they're not just sort of random strains, no name strains. The last thing is that there's an extra thick capsule that prevents the probiotics from releasing too early in your intestines. You want them not at the beginning of your intestines, which is the small intestine. You want them towards the end, which is the large intestine, aka the colon. That's where you want your probiotics released. So the extra thick veggie capsule allows the probiotics to get deeper into your digestive tract, more towards the large intestines, where they should be. Also, worst case, if things get released a little early, these probiotics are both bile and hydrochloric acid resistant, so they aren't just going to instantly die, even if your capsule gets open somewhat early. So so it's a pretty good result. It's well designed. So I'm going to put all the exact probiotic strains up on the screen, and you can see that there's 11 different ones. And what's a little bit different about 1MD is that they're showing their entire formula. They're not just hiding behind proprietary and you don't know how much of each probiotic. And so as you can see, there's a lot of acidophilus, which I love, and then 10 other strains. And you can see these are all non-generic strains. They all have a special code or number behind them. And so there is some research or some study associated with each of these. There's some short chain FOS, and there's 100 milligrams of this prebiotic, and it seems pretty reputable. I haven't used it outside of this product personally, but yeah, it's the right principle for the right kind of prebiotic you need to make your probiotics thrive a bit more as you take them. Here's the pill, and beyond the probiotics, the 11 strains, 51 billion, 100 milligrams of prebiotic, there's also 2 other ingredients. So one would be the capsule itself, which would actually be just cellulose. It's like very harmless. It's just a little thicker than normal, a little more resistant to acid and bile. And then the other thing is rice flour. The next thing I really like about this product, and Dr. David Kahana, he really took into account that some of his patients, they have allergies, and there's a lot of probiotics that are completely useless to them because they're allergic to a specific ingredient or it's manufactured in the same facility that has, gluten or dairy or whatever. And because of the chance of contamination or the small amount of contamination, they can't take this product. So Dr. David Kahana, being a very empathetic, understanding doctor who specializes in gut health, gastroenterologist, he said, no allergens to the best of our ability. So gluten, none of that. Dairy, soy, shellfish, nuts, none of those things are in here. And eggs as well. Eggs are actually a more common allergen than you think. None of those are in there. So that's a great thing about this product. And so most people are going to be able to take it. Based on everything that I've discussed, the strain choice, the quantity of probiotics, the resistance to acid, stomach acid and bile, the no weird fillers or anything, nothing strange in there, the complete freeness from allergens, doesn't have any allergens at all in there that are common or even uncommon. And so between all those things, I think this product deserves 5 out of 5 stars. So this is a very, very good product. I highly recommend it. And I think it's great for people with digestive issues and immune issues. Good support for that. So this is a really good probiotic. 1MD Complete Probiotics Platinum. Another good thing about the 1MD probiotic is they have a 90-day return policy. So that's 3 full months. Part of that's because most people buy like 3 of their probiotics at a time. It's pretty cool. It shows they have a lot of confidence and trust in their product. It's first thing in the morning, you have a big glass of water and you take the pill on an empty stomach. 5 out of 5 stars. I think Dr. David Kahana, he did a really good job on this, along with 1MD, of course, with their manufacturing expertise. So I think it's really a solid product. So so you can click over here, purchase it, click over there, and you can see the review. If those aren't working for some reason, you can also go into the video description. You can click on there and you can see my full text review. I go into a bit more detail about all the ingredients. So you can check it out there and get additional information. So full transparency, if you click on a link on this video and then go over and buy the product, then Probiotics.org gets a small percentage of the revenue of the sale. I would strongly recommend this probiotic without any compensation, but I just want you to understand my full potential motivations for doing this. But like I said, 1MD, very good probiotic. And there aren't many out there that are comparable. So this is Evan with Probiotics.org, and thanks for watching this video. And be sure you're welcome to subscribe, and you'll get more of our videos. Alternatively, you can like or dislike the video to give me some feedback. If you thought it was good, bad. I respond to every comment, just like on my website. I respond to every single comment, so I'd really appreciate a comment below. Anyway, so that's all for now. I'm Evan with Probiotics.org, and have a good day, evening, morning, whatever. Take care.